Oh, sorry.
What's up, everybody? Sports Card Strategy Show from the National. Paul Hickey, Chad Gill, Lefty, Kendall the Lefty McKee in the house. Booth 3216 for those of you who are at the National. And for those of you who aren't, this is actually really for you. So shout out to everybody not at the National. This is why we're doing this show. Chad, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. It was fun coming down here yesterday with the kids, and after coming down with the kids yesterday to be down here by myself cracking slabs today at the booth, it's going to be a good day.
Great to have you here. Lefty, how about you, man?
Man, I had a fantastic time. My hands are not as sore as I thought they were going to be after cracking all those slabs. But meeting some of our loyal audience and all that kind of stuff was just a dream come true. It was awesome.
I know. I'm overwhelmed at how many people we met that were audience members of the show, part of the nooffseason.com family, and people that found us through the flyer and the VIP bag and everything like that. So hopefully we got some new audience members that are going to be part of the family. Had a great meet and greet last night, sponsored by Graybos. Shout out to Graybos. Go to graybos.co. Save 10% using the promo code STRATEGY2023. And shout out to Duke, Denny One Time Dodson, Fitz, Gray Burnette, all those guys. Don couldn't make it really through the show. He wasn't feeling well. So Don, hope you're feeling better today. Before I ask Lefty to share his story from the National, I want to shout out Xavier Gill. What's up, buddy? You got your dad right here with me. Dad Gill, Chad Gill. Xavier was the man yesterday. Just talk about it real quick.
Oh my God, he couldn't stop talking. He was so excited. All the stuff to see down here, and every time I turn around, I'd be like, where do you want to go next? I want to go back and watch Paul and Lefty crack slabs. He had so much fun yesterday.
Paul, we should produce a 5-minute section every week, just like Xavier's plays.
Xavier's plays. I'm in. Let's do it.
I think it would track, actually.
I think that actually is something that we should put out. We need to do a better job on Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah.
The Xavier's plays could be a segment that we mention on the show, and then we clip it specifically for Instagram and
Let's
TikTok.
do that.
It's a great call.
Let's do
we had a youngster named Matthew actually yesterday.
Oh, dude, that kid was a whiz.
He's a baller. Yeah, he's a baller.
That kid knew more about sports cars than I did, for sure.
Yeah. He was he's Chad as a little kid.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, really good. He's the 2023 version of 12-year-old Chad.
Absolutely.
Lefty, what's your favorite story from yesterday?
Wow. You started with me? Let's go. My favorite story from yesterday was, well, first off, at every booth that we go to, people are like, oh, how you doing? They're trying to create small talk, and really they don't care how you're doing. They just want you to buy their cards. But every time I say, I'm having a great day, spending the day looking at sports cards and talking to people about them. It can't get any better than that. And so I just had a great time. Very, very blessed and happy to be here. But my favorite thing of the show yesterday was seeing some outrageous items. In terms of, that's something that I don't get the chance to do. So when you come to the National, you see items that are regularly six-figure collectible items. That's just not the ball game I'm playing.
Yeah, same here.
And having discussions about and consulting sessions about hey, should I invest in this? And I'm like, bro, this is more than my house. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. Before I jump in, I want to turn it over to Chad, because you didn't have a lot of time, Lefty, to walk the show floor yesterday because I put you to work. You were a stud. You were a stud cracking slabs. Lefty single-handedly cracked probably close to 100 slabs yesterday. So great work. Chad, over to you. You had Xavier and Harley John with you. So what did you guys like about the show? You got anything you want to share story-wise from yesterday?
Yeah, first of all, it was awesome getting to meet a lot of our viewers. That was the highlight of the day. But getting here with my kids and just the enormous size of this show for those that aren't here. Just want to give you an idea. I walk in, we're on the third booth that I go past, and it hits me. There's 7 1952 Mickey Mantles in a case. It's where else do you see that?
Exactly.
You know? And then, but the highlight of the day, coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, There was no price on it, so you know it's expensive. There is at a booth out there, Hank Aaron's game-worn cleats from his 755th home run, signed Hank Aaron 755.
That's it.
Coolest thing I've ever seen. That was amazing.
Love that. Yeah, great.
The celebrities we got to see yesterday was pretty cool.
Yeah, who'd you see?
Derek Jeter. That was like the coolest one. We saw Gary V.
Yep.
Gary V actually
guy.
Yeah. gave Xander some sports or some
Xavier, yeah.
Sorry. I'm killing it.
That's all right.
Yeehaw.
Lefty's great with names. It's fine.
I am terrible at them, actually. You guys know this. You guys listen.
He loves you, Xavier.
It's my job to know people's names and sports cards of which names to invest in, and I'm terrible at it.
Yeah. Yeah, Fitz is like, can you have Lefty like slow down and spell the names that he talks about from a baseball prospect?
Last week when I was talking about the MPB players from Japan, Sonia texted me and she was like, "Can you just send those to me? Like, can you spell them?" I was like, "Yeah."
Shout out to Sonia.
Yeah,
back
shout
at the
out.
nooffseason.com headquarters back in Middle Tennessee. Met Sonia's sister, Krista, works for Wild Cards and super nice. So. Great stuff, guys. Appreciate you sharing. I'm in the middle of you two with my stories. I love what Lefty's saying, and Chad said it too. Meeting the audience members is definitely the highlight for me. Like, that's why I'm here. When people ask me, like, what's your goal of going to the National? It's just to meet the audience members. So for those of you who've come out, we met Craig's Cards 11 yesterday. That's my highlight of yesterday. We could talk about the slab cracking. We could talk about the event we had at Crust Brewing with Graybos, which was amazing. But I'm just going to say, when people make the plays that we talk about on the show, and then they're super pumped to make the plays, I think that's why we do what we do, right? Because that kind of like gets everything together. It's like, it's connecting with the audience. It's providing value. The three of us try to provide value on the show. That's it. We want you to get value and decide what plays to make. Buckeye Dill was in the house. He's one of the guys
awesome.
that really makes our plays that we recommend. Credit to Chad for like going in depth on that. And then Craig's Cards 11 rolled up with some Jackson Chourio fire yesterday.
Sick cards.
So that was a highlight for me. Farmer Joe coming in and cracking some of his slabs and then getting them graded at the show was a highlight for me. Couple other real quick things I want to mention. Ozzy, yeah. Ozzy, great guy. I feel bad I didn't talk to him at the audience meet and greet, but you did.
He's coming by today.
Okay, good. I'll get to see Ozzy. He emailed me last night, and I emailed him back. Our interns did a great job. Let's give some credit to our interns.
Shout out to Harry and
Allan and John and Dave. They were here. Doing a fantastic job. Shout out to Tony. I think it's Stegich. He's Allan's father, and he's listening right now. He was at the audience meet and greet last night. He was really cool. Great guy. Two other things. One guy wanted to have us crack his UCLA ticket with John Wooden's picture on it, and it was Kareem's first game. The PSA graded ticket stub was a VGX4, so very good to excellent 4. It says Lou Alcindor first UCLA game. Lefty from 1965 UCLA basketball, November 27th. So Lefty and I, when this guy came up with the ticket, we're like, we'll crack it, but how much did you pay for it? Paid $11,000 for it. So we're like, why do you want to crack it? Okay, Kareem was here yesterday. He wanted Kareem to sign the ticket. Pretty cool idea, right? But we needed to kind of walk around and get some second opinions on this, because would Kareem sign it because it's from 1965 and that's when he went by Lou Alcindor? There was some kind of discussion around that. I felt like it was a risky move to crack an $11,000 item. We had cracked, Lefty and I had cracked several $1,000 items earlier, just cards. But a Herbert and a Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Otani Gold, and we got some.
I cracked
some
another Lou Alcindor card later that was like $8,000.
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me that one. That was cool. So then we asked Chad. We went over to Texas Roadshow and asked Chase for his opinion on it. And then ultimately, the gentleman has to make his own decision, and I think he's going to come back today and have us crack it. But so to me, that was kind of the craziest story of yesterday is when we said we were going to crack slabs, we're here for the people. We're providing the service. If you want us to crack it, we'll crack it. But I had never expected to see a PSA-graded ticket stub from Kareem's first game at UCLA. So I think that's kind of crazy. Chad, comment on that real quick, and then we're going to segue into a quick would you rather here and wrap up our quick Sports Card Strategy Special Edition check-in from the National.
Well, I've cracked thousands of cards, but I've never cracked a ticket stub, so I kind of hope I get the opportunity to do it.
Oh yeah, you can do that one.
But that would be incredible if he could get confirmation that he would actually sign that. The exponential value that would add to it, that would be a really cool item.
I agree. I misspoke. Kareem is going to be here tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
Okay, so today and tomorrow. So that's why the gentleman had some time to make his decision. I'm glad he thought it through. I'm sure he slept on it tonight. It's a big decision. $11,000 is more than I have, so I'm definitely interested to see what he does. But Chad, that's actually one more thing I wanted to say. It's great to see Chad wearing a Sports Card Strategy Show shirt, and it's great to have him here because whatever item he wants to crack today, I can prep it for you. I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Yeah, get those forearms
but
in action,
Dr.
baby.
Crack is here, and so it's time to get Chad in the mix cracking some slabs. All right, so
you can just have all the Beckett slabs today. I'll just do the PSA ones.
Right.
Not the USA, whatever that was, rubber slab.
Rubber slab.
USAgrading.com is what the name of the slab.
Shout out to those guys for
It
making
was
the most durable slab out there.
The other thing is somebody came up to the booth and Chad wasn't here. I think Chad missed this guy just by a split second. But Lefty and I had a great guy come up and said, "Have you guys seen the new PSA slabs?" And Lefty and I were like, "What?" And there's a harder to crack PSA slab that just hit the market apparently. And the gentleman was like, I would love it if you guys just try. I don't care what happens to the slab. Don't care what happens to the card. It was a $75 Ellie De La Cruz card. And Lefty went at it for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I tried my weak arms at it after Lefty had done all the hard work, and I couldn't even get it any further. And the guy was super happy with it, but it literally was only where the label would come apart, and you got the label out. And then is it fair to say you could have gotten it if you would have worked on it for another hour? How long would it have taken?
I definitely wouldn't have taken another hour, but I was getting a little bit nervous about having to go real close to the edge of the card, and he was kind of giving me suggestions and stuff, and I was like, yeah, you can just have it.
Yeah, so my takeaway on this, and I'm interested in Chad's take before we get into the gauntlet here, but I'm not going to crack PSA slabs. You guys know I learned my lesson with getting my submission back, cracking out the PSA grades, and then trying to resubmit them. I'm cracking non-PSA slabs to submit them to PSA. This whole news of this new PSA slab that's harder to crack, we're cracking slabs, but they're not PSA slabs for me personally. I'm not doing that. So I'm okay with new harder to crack PSA slabs. What about you, Chad?
Yeah, I don't crack many PSA because I'm cracking to resubmit to PSA. So I have not done a ton of PSA slabs. However, the old ones are the easiest to crack. So I'd love to take a crack at a new one. So if somebody's here today and wants to bring a new one by, I'd love the challenge.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's get into the gauntlet. So we got a couple things here. So first up, I walked by a showcase the other day and I saw two cards similarly priced. This is actually an interesting little gauntlet here. So one is Jackson Chourio. Is this a Bowman's Best?
Bowman Platinum.
Bowman Platinum. Jackson Chourio Bowman Platinum Auto. So it's not first. It's a $95 sticker on it. We'll
It is
assume
the same picture as this Bowman first.
Yeah, true. Good point. Right next to it is an Aaron Judge Bowman Chrome. Would that be a 2013-ish?
Yes.
2013. Okay. So that's his.
I believe that's the same year as Correa's first too.
That's his first, right? Although it doesn't say first on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So same price basically. Chad, would you rather? Which one and why?
That's a really great question. I think that Aaron Judge has seen the pinnacle no matter what he does, unless he breaks his own record. Now it's longevity for him. He has to do it year after year after year after year to sustain the level that his card prices are at, whereas Chourio has yet to hit the big leagues, so therefore there's a much higher ceiling on the Chourio. So I would go with the Chourio, and it's an auto, which and he's a brewer, and I'm from Wisconsin, so all those things equal Chourio for me.
Love it. Lefty, what about you? Lefty's leaning in to look at the cards here. You inspecting the gradability of it on my computer screen?
Yeah,
or what are
looking
you
for
doing?
pock marks.
Okay.
No, this is kind of a tough one for me. I hate the Bowman Platinum cards, and this is a kind of a card that you have to convince somebody to buy, which is, we've talked about that quite a bit.
I see.
And if Chourio doesn't pop, that's a $20 card, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe.
If he doesn't.
If he doesn't.
Meaning, like, if he just, like, peters out and then doesn't get called up when we think pop?
Yeah, he gets.
We're not expecting him.
Never makes
No, I'm just saying if he makes it to the big leagues and doesn't, but it takes him a long time, it gets in it, like, even
Yeah,
if
but
he
aren't we
makes it,
selling before that, though?
Yeah, but no.
Oh,
What if
we're
he
not?
like gets injured in the minor leagues or something?
Okay, that's what I meant. That's
like,
what I was asking.
even if he is still Jackson Chourio and is that good, but it takes him a long time to get up there, people will have another prospect that they're going to juice into, and even if that could still go down quite a bit, because that card is like hard to sell.
Should I sell all my Jackson Churios now then?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, for that specific card, it would be a hard sell. I'm going to go Judge just because there's so many Yankees fans out there, and I feel like that is way more liquid right now to have a Bowman first, per se, of Judge.
I am absolutely floored. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked that you're picking Judge. I thought this was a horrible. I thought you were going to lay into me for how uneven of a gauntlet this is.
No, I'm going to lay into you for how you really believe in Bowman Platinum.
Oh, God, here we go. I'm picking Chourio.
All right.
Because there's a play there. That's simple for me. There's a play with
There's a
Chourio.
play for Judge.
What's the play for Judge?
He comes back off the DL, hits 3 home runs. That card's going like 115.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Appreciate that. Chourio's going to the next round because you're outnumbered, buddy.
Fair.
Okay, so we'll do one more here, and this is a cool shot from a showcase where all of these cards are in it together. And I thought there's actually 2 different ones that would work here because we have a Kenny Pickett rookie ticket auto.
That's your guy.
That's what I hear. That's the word on the street from you.
Small hands Kenny.
Right next to Apparently, I need somebody to go. One of our loyal audience members, please go back into our library of episodes. Kendall thinks somehow that Kenny Pickett is my guy. Chad, does that ring a bell with you at all?
No.
No, okay.
Kendall's making this up.
It wasn't like you were like, yeah, that's my guy. What I mean is, like, he's the Steelers quarterback. You're a Steelers fan.
I do like the
You
Steelers.
believe in him. I don't.
Okay.
That makes him your guy. You believe in him. I don't.
You know what? I'll take Kenny Pickett on as my guy just for the sake of this conversation.
Who has a better year, Aaron Rodgers, Kenny
Pickett?
No!
Kenny Pickett's my guy. Kenny Pickett over Aaron Rodgers.
That is outrageous, Paul.
You just nailed the headline for this video.
Oh, my
You just nailed the headline for this episode. It doesn't even matter that we're at the National. The headline for the episode is Kenny Pickett is better than Aaron Rodgers.
I can't even look at you.
Some guy came up with a Mitchell Trubisky jersey yesterday and was like, this is a play. I got a Mitchell Trubisky jersey for $75. I'm like, why is that a play? All right, anyway, back to the gauntlet. So Kenny Pickett, rookie ticket auto, against
What the heck?
2021-22 Don Russ Road to Qatar, Kylian Mbappe, Kaboom, PSA 9. By the way, the Kenny Pickett rookie ticket auto is a 9-card, 10 auto grade. Kylian Mbappe, Kaboom, they're a little bit different sticker price, but whatever. Like $500 on the Pickett, $645 on the Kaboom. Doesn't really matter the sticker price, but I just thought that was interesting. Which card would you rather have? Let's give Lefty a little break here. Chad, you go first.
All right. A lot of people are picking Kenny Pickett as a breakout candidate this year. They got him a lot of extra weapons. He had an okay first year, but you're comparing him to Kylian Mbappe, who outside of maybe Erling Haaland is the current best player in the world for soccer, and it's a kaboom, which is highly collectible. I'm going with the Mbappe.
Lefty?
I'm just tweeting about what you said.
Perfect. I'm going with I should pick Pickett just to like rile Lefty up.
You have to.
I'm picking. I think there's a play with Pickett. I don't see the play with Mbappe. There's a play with Pickett. I'm picking Pickett over Mbappe. Pickett's my guy. I like the rookie ticket auto. I don't love the PSA 9, but they're both PSA 9s. Pickett's got an auto 10. You know what? You guys will like this. I can sell Pickett faster than I can sell the Mbappe. That's why I'm buying it. Yeah, because he's going to start the year 4-0 with the Steelers, and I'm going to sell it.
You could sell the Mbappe today for $745.
Not for more than I'm going to buy it for.
Yeah.
In-show flip?
Absolutely you could.
You think I can in-show flip the Mbappe?
Yes.
Okay, I might try to do that today. For the sake of the gauntlet, I'm picking Pickett. Who are you picking? Lefty? Mbappe?
Absolutely. Kenny Pickett. If I pulled that Kenny Pickett card, I would be pissed.
Why? He's the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's hype around him.
Thank God he's the starting quarterback of the last place in the division Steelers.
Hype. NFL quarterback.
Garbage quarterback.
Okay. Up next. Well, you know what? Let's save that one. We've got another good one.
Okay, time out. Would you put that Kenny Pickett in over the Chourio auto?
The Chourio auto that's going to the next round?
Okay, we'll save it.
Well, I would get, with this math, I'd get like 6 Chourio autos and 1 Kenny Pickett, if we're doing the math.
All right.
6 Chourio autos. But, like, I don't think Kenny Pickett's going to the next round, though. But, yes, I would. Here's why. So, Mbappe's going to the next round. We know that. But if I would take Pickett over the Chourios because it's 1 card versus 6. Now, I know I just made up those rules.
I'll eat crow on this if he's good, but I will plant a flag, per se, Andy Kaysen style. I will plant my flag and saying Pickett is going to be garbage.
That's fine. I don't care because he can make me money. I'll buy him today, and I'll sell him after the Steelers go 1-0 or 3-1 or
I mean, I hear
whatever.
You. I mean, this is the same Druw Jones argument we've been having.
Yeah, Druw Jones is like way better of a card play than you think he is. You're looking at the you're allowing your just baseball background to cloud your card analysis.
All right.
Your scouting head is right about Druw Jones. I'm not going to dispute you on that.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to pull you into is the hype train
No.
that is
I hear
Druw
you,
Jones.
yeah.
And the hobby is not going to look at him bailing out of the batter's box over a basic curveball coming his way. The hobby's going to be like, that's Druw Jones, the 2nd overall pick, Andrew Jones' son.
No,
Hype. Chad, just weigh in on this real quick. I know you don't like Druw Jones, but do I make a point at all? Is
You
it
are
valid
making
at
a
all?
great point.
You're making a great point, and I do think you're right, and I do think there is a play on Kenny Pickett, and I do think there's a play on
Druw
every
Jones.
card. So I do think that Paul is right in this.
Is that our guy, Ozzy?
Yeah.
What's up, Ozzy? How we doing, guys? Good, man. Okay, thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Ozzy's by the booth checking out Tim's stuff. Tim Larsen, Signs of the Times Collectibles, and his son J-Mo are doing a heck of a job at the booth. Come check them out. They got some really cool stuff. And even if you're not at the National, like, email tlarsen65@gmail.com. TLARSEN65@gmail.com. He's a great guy, and he will move his really cool collectibles to you at a reasonable price if you're a collector. So, anyway, Mbappe's moving to the next round, I think, because Lefty. Okay, so I'm taking Pickett all the way, but since the gauntlet is now Mbappe versus
Picking
Jackson
Kenny Pickett
Chourio.
over the best young soccer player in the world.
So here's what we're going to do. This is why the gauntlet's cool, though, because it's awkward, what I'm about to say. But it's cool because, like, actually, all of you, the audience, like, you have to make these decisions theoretically on a daily basis. Like, you have the opportunity to go to eBay and buy a Mbappe Kaboom, potentially, or on social media or wherever, or at card shows, and you could go buy, like, 6 or 7 Jackson Chourio autographs of the Bowman Platinum, which is Kendall's favorite release of Bowman. And what would you rather have, Chad?
Well, I'm with Lefty in terms of the Bowman Platinum not being a great card. However, I do have several in my personal collection just simply because they are a lot less expensive. When you're not looking for flipping opportunities, you're looking for just a holding opportunity. You can get a Jackson Chourio auto for $90 versus $250 or $500 for a Bowman first. So from a PC standpoint, that's why Platinum exists. But I'm with Lefty. I don't like the cards.
Okay. So from an
what was your pick?
investment standpoint, who are you picking between the two? This is the most I've ever. Chad's usually knows exactly what he's doing. I can't believe he's even thinking about this. He likes Jackson Chourio that much.
I do, but I'm going Mbappe.
Okay. Lefty? This is probably a consensus here.
No, this is like the easiest decision ever.
Yeah.
A Kaboom is so easily marketed. Mbappe's fixing to make a giant transfer to probably Real Madrid, join Jude Bellingham, and win 15 Ballon d'Ors and 9,000 Champions Leagues, and he's just going to ball forever. Like, if you're going to buy Mbappe, now is actually a great time, I think.
I agree.
Because of all of his transfer speculation. Like, I tried to pick up a $1,500 Mbappe card. I was like, how can I make this happen? How can I trade up to get that much value in cards and stuff? Because I believe in him. I do. And I think he's going to go to Real Madrid, and I think he's going to freaking be awesome. And he's going to have Vinny Jr.
Yeah, my guy. That's my guy.
Vinny Jr., Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, all on the same team.
Super team.
Forget the rest of the guys.
Okay.
They're going to ball. Mbappe,
I think
all day.
Great points, Lefty. I'm Mbappe, but for a slightly different reason, which I think is hopefully relatable to all of you. It's one card. It's one card. It's easier. It is the most liquid card, to Lefty's point. Best player in the world. It's easy one. Sometimes with the gauntlet you get some awkward situations, but it is something I do. I will say this. Somebody made this point to me. Actually, I think Matthew, the 12-year-old. Sorry, Matthew, if I'm not getting your age correct, but he made the point that if you just wait, you can buy a bigger card. So, it's easy to go, oh, this is only $90. I'm going to buy this Chourio. But people don't realize, all of you in the audience, you do that 6 times in a month. We all do that 6 times in a month. And if we don't do that, we could buy the Mbappe.
Yeah.
And then it's one card.
That's what I've been trying. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I've just been stopping my buying and buying bigger.
Good for you. I'm excited to hear how that goes for you.
Well, I mean, I've done it over the past 6 months. That's when I've been I started doing that.
Is that how you got the Alex Morgan?
Yeah. Alex Morgan, Jude Bellingham, Trevor Lawrence.
Cool. Great.
Maxi.
Keep doing it, man. Has it been have you made more money doing it that way? Or is TBD because it's only been 6 months?
I've kind of washed right now, just because I expected to either wash or lose in the first couple of times I was doing that. Because the first couple of times you're just learning a new market, and even if it's just a level up difference, it's still a new market because you're finding new buyers, new situational things, harder to sell in some areas, easier to sell in some areas. Easier to sell in an environment like this is bigger cards. If you've got $1,000 to $10,000 cards, you're going to struggle to sell them on eBay, and I think you're going to not struggle to sell them at a national event.
Yeah, good point. Lefty, anything else to add for the show before we wrap up?
You know what? I was talking to Chad about this earlier. 2 years ago, we were here at Chicago. It was big. It was great. By the way, it feels like they've got the air conditioning on today, thank God. But I was struck today and yesterday about how many ladies there have been at this event. I think that's been a really cool and positive sign, is that the market, it looks like it's healthier in a way of like it's both genders now, or all genders, or however you want to put that.
Yeah.
We have, I've seen multiple ladies that are trading sports cards. I think that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I agree. Great point. Chad, any parting shots before we sign off for this special edition episode of the Sports Card Strategy Show at the National Booth 3216?
No, to Lefty's point about the ladies, I was thinking the same thing yesterday about the kids.
Yeah.
The future of this hobby is the kids, and I am just blown away by how many kids are walking around, and kids with some big dollar cards that I'm like envious of. Like, you're 10 years old, how do you have a $500 card? But I thought that was really cool.
Xavier's kid booth next year is going to kill.
There you go.
Xavier, dream big, lay out the plan and execute, my friend. Just like your dad. Just like your dad's done. Great family we have here at nooffseason.com. The family's growing, which I love, but we're continuing to try to provide you as much value as possible. So a very, very, very big thank you to my amazing hosts, Lefty and Chad. A very big thank you to Tim Larsen, the main man. Tim is now the main man of the show because he's been our host at booth 3216, Signs of the Times Collectibles. And very big thank you to all of you out in the audience. And one more thank you to Duke Dodson and the Graybos team.
Killed it.
Stepped up huge for the audience meet and greet and brought a bunch of people by the booth yesterday that were really, really interesting and fun to talk to. So thanks again to Duke, Fitz, Gray Burnette, Don. I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Big shout out to Chase Krim over at Texas Roadshow Cards as well. Go check him out. Best prices at the National.
Yeah.
Best deals. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show special edition from the National. Paul Hickey, Chad Gill, Lefty McKee signing off. Lefty, cue the rock music.